What is this force, this unseen mechanism that guides the market? How does it shape our fortunes and our futures with such an ethereal touch? Good day to you. I am Adam Smith, often regarded as the father of modern economics, and today I am here to unravel the intricacies of what I famously referred to as the invisible hand of the market. It's a pleasure to share this space with you, where we can discuss, analyze, and truly understand this fascinating concept that continues to govern economies worldwide. The invisible hand is not merely an economic term. It's a phenomenon, a principle that operates within the realms of our market systems. Let's embark on the first part of our exploration together, where we shall dissect the essence of this invisible hand and what it means for an individual, a business, and a society. In the 18th century, when I penned my works, the world was vastly different, yet the principles I observed are timeless. My seminal work, The Wealth of Nations, touches upon the invisible hand as a force that promotes an efficient allocation of resources through individuals' pursuit of self-interest. But what does that mean for you and me? Consider a simple baker who wakes up early each day to knead dough and bake bread. His intent is not to serve the community but to make a living for himself and his family. Yet, through his self-serving endeavor, he provides bread that feeds hundreds, perhaps thousands. In his pursuit of personal gain, he inadvertently contributes to the well-being of his community. This is the invisible hand at work. Now, why don't we examine a story from my life that illustrates this concept in action? During my time, I observed the pin factory, a place where specialization and division of labor were employed. Each worker was assigned a specific task in the making of pins. This specialization allowed for a dramatic increase in productivity compared to a scenario where each worker made pins from start to finish on their own. It wasn't the benevolence of the pin maker that improved efficiency, but his desire to maximize profit. And in doing so, more pins were available to the public at a lower cost. The invisible hand guided this outcome. Let's move forward and consider how this plays out on a larger scale. Nations trade with one another based on the principle of comparative advantage. They export goods they can produce efficiently and import those they cannot, leading to a more efficient global allocation of resources. No central planner dictates these actions. They arise naturally from the interplay of individual decisions. Isn't it remarkable how self-interest can inadvertently lead to mutual benefit? As we delve into this further, let me pose a question to you. Have you ever considered how your personal choices, driven by your own goals and desires, might contribute to a larger pattern that benefits society? Now let me bring forth a quote from my work. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. This captures the essence of the invisible hand, where personal gain is harnessed to serve the common good, even if unintentionally. As we conclude this first part, let's take a moment to consider the profound impact of the invisible hand on our daily lives. The products we use, the services we enjoy, the very fabric of our economic interactions are woven by this force. How does it affect the decisions you make, the career you pursue, the investments you consider? I will now pause and invite you to join me in the next segment, where we will delve deeper into the mechanisms by which the invisible hand operates and its implications for the market. Let us continue our journey to uncover the wisdom held within this powerful concept. Shall we proceed? Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound lessons from the legend. As we resume our exploration, we delve into the global marketplace, a stage where the invisible hand orchestrates a complex ballet of international trade. The second lesson we embark upon unravels the dance of supply and demand across borders. Imagine a world where the goods in your home come from every corner of the globe. Your coffee from Brazil, your smartphone from South Korea, your cotton shirt from India. Each product is a testament to the invisible hand's reach. Countries, like individuals, specialize in what they can produce best and trade with others for the rest. This specialization and trade result in lower prices and a greater variety of goods than if every country tried to produce everything domestically. But why does this specialization occur? It's because of comparative advantage, a principle that explains how countries can gain from trade even if they are not the most efficient at producing everything. They simply need to focus on where they have the least disadvantage. This specialization leads to economies of scale, larger markets, and, as a result, more innovation and efficiency. Now let's tackle a super deep question. How does the invisible hand deal with the complexities of international trade? It's through the price mechanism. Prices rise and fall in response to global supply and demand, guiding resources towards their most productive uses. When a country has a surplus of a commodity, it exports, and when it faces a shortage, it imports. These adjustments happen naturally, without any central coordination, as if guided by an invisible hand. Yet, this is not without its challenges. International trade can disrupt local economies, cause job displacement, and lead to unequal gains. Here, the invisible hand shows its limitations again. It's why we see trade agreements, tariffs, and policies emerge to manage the side effects of free trade, to protect certain industries or labor markets. It's a delicate balance between harnessing the benefits of trade and mitigating its disruptions. Let's move to our third lesson by examining the dynamics within industries. Consider the technological sector, which has transformed how we live. The rise of tech giants was driven by innovation, yes, but also by their ability to navigate the market's forces. They provided value, convenience, and solutions to problems we didn't know we had. This success, however, raises questions about market power and monopoly, which can stifle competition, the very essence of the invisible hand's proper functioning. Here lies a profound insight. The invisible hand works best when there is a level playing field, where no single player can dictate terms. Monopolies can distort the market, leading to inefficiencies and inequities. They can influence prices, limit supply, and hinder innovation. Thus, we see antitrust laws and regulations come into play, attempting to preserve the competitive environment that the invisible hand requires to work its magic. As we ponder the invisible hand's role in our modern economy, we must also consider the digital marketplace. The internet has democratized access to markets, allowing small businesses to reach a global audience. It has reduced information asymmetry, where one party knows more than another, making markets more efficient. Yet, it has also introduced new complexities: data privacy concerns, the digital divide, and the spread of misinformation. The invisible hand must navigate these modern challenges, which require thoughtful intervention to ensure the market continues to benefit society as a whole. The market's melody: harmonizing supply and demand globally. As we resume our intellectual symphony, let us ponder the invisible hand's grand concerto, international trade. It's a melody that resonates with the hum of global commerce, the crisscrossing of goods and services that create a harmony of economic interdependence. Each nation, an instrumentalist, plays to its strengths, contributing to the world's orchestra with its unique capabilities. Consider the intricate footwork of nations in the dance of specialization. It's a tango of comparative advantage, where each country sways to the rhythm of its own economic beat. They needn't be the best, merely competent where they hold the least disadvantage. Through this dance, nations find their partners in trade, creating a performance that's both efficient and beautiful, a spectacle of lower costs and diverse products. But who conducts this orchestra with no baton in sight? It is the price mechanism, the invisible conductor, dictating the flow of goods with the rise and fall of market prices. It signals when to bring in the violins of surplus and when to quiet down to the soft hum of scarcity. Through these price signals, the resources pirouette across the stage, finding their most valued role in the global marketplace. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound lessons from the legend. Yet, the waters of international trade can be turbulent. The same winds that push the sails of global commerce can also capsize local markets. This paradox of prosperity, where the world gains but some communities lose, is the invisible hands quandary. We craft policies, tariffs, and trade agreements as lifeboats, attempting to rescue those tossed by the stormy seas of market forces. Stepping into the crucible of industry innovation, we witness the fiery forge where competition heats the market's metal. Here, the tech giants were tempered, their metal tested by the flames of market forces. They emerged as behemoths, having provided value and solutions to our modern-day quests. But does this strength serve the market, or does it start to bend the market to its will? Monopolies and market distortions, maintaining the market's equilibrium. A monopoly, like an unchecked flame, can consume the market's balance. It can scorch the earth of competition, leaving an ashen wasteland where innovation once flourished. The invisible hand, though deft, cannot always tame this fire. Thus, we turn to the waters of antitrust laws to douse these flames, to preserve the market's fertile ground for new growth. The digital marketplace, a new realm for the invisible hand to explore, is a frontier of boundless potential. It has broken down barriers, allowing the artisan and the merchant to reach across the world with just a click. Information symmetry blooms here, a garden where buyers and sellers meet with open books. Yet, this new land has its shadows: data privacy, digital divides, misinformation, which we must illuminate with the lamp of careful governance. My stewardship of nature, fostering the seeds of sustainability. As I contemplate my profound connection with nature, I recognize my role as a steward of the environment. My decisions and actions cast ripples across the ecological pond, affecting the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. I strive to foster the seeds of sustainability, understanding that the resources I depend upon are not infinite. It is through my conscious choices and advocacy for green policies that I aim to cultivate a symbiotic relationship with the earth, ensuring that its bounty can sustain future generations. In the realm of my professional life, I am acutely aware of the significance of labor markets. My career, a reflection of my skills and ambitions, also contributes to the collective economic narrative. I uphold the dignity of work by striving for excellence and integrity in my endeavors. I seek to be adaptive and resilient, embracing the waves of technological change and globalization that constantly redefine my professional landscape. I am a digital citizen, traversing the ethereal expanse of cyberspace with every keystroke and click. My digital footprint, vast and potentially indelible, traces my journey through the virtual world. I navigate this new frontier with a sense of responsibility, aware that my online actions have real-world repercussions. I advocate for a cyberspace that is safe, inclusive, and respectful, where information is exchanged freely but responsibly. I recognize that the market does not always distribute its favors evenly. My quest for equity is rooted in the belief that everyone deserves a fair chance to succeed. I champion policies and practices that aim to correct imbalances and provide opportunities to those who might otherwise be marginalized by the invisible hand's impartial sway. For me, fairness is not just an economic principle. It is a moral imperative that guides my actions and influences my choices. As I walk alongside the invisible hand, I aspire to craft a legacy of balanced prosperity. My personal economy is a microcosm of the larger market, where my decisions contribute to a dynamic interplay of supply and demand. I am mindful of my consumption, investment, and the footprint I leave behind. I seek to be an agent of positive change, influencing the market not just to my advantage, but for the good of the community and the world at large. In the grand narrative of market forces and personal responsibility, my story is but a single thread. Yet I am reminded that even the smallest thread can be essential to the strength and pattern of the whole tapestry. My journey continues with a sense of purpose and a commitment to making my chapter one that contributes to the greater good, mindful of the legacy I leave for those who will turn the next page. My personal impact, the ripple effect of conscious consumption. In my daily life, I am the custodian of my own environmental impact through my choices in consumption. I endeavor to be a conscious consumer, recognizing that each product I buy and each service I use carries with it a carbon footprint, a story of resources used, and a narrative of labor expended. My individual choices, when joined with others, can create a powerful ripple effect, encouraging more sustainable business practices and a more responsible market. My career is a canvas, and I am the artist. The strokes I make upon it reflect not only my personal growth, but also my adaptability in the face of an ever-changing economic landscape. I continuously seek to refine my skills and expand my expertise, understanding that the labor market is a dynamic gallery, one that appreciates the value of lifelong learning and the ability to pivot when necessary. My digital journey. Cultivating a garden of virtual integrity. As I navigate the digital world, I see myself as a gardener in a vast virtual landscape. Every piece of data I share, every interaction I have, is like planting a seed in this digital soil. I am mindful of the garden I cultivate, striving to sow seeds of integrity, knowledge, and kindness. My aim is to grow a digital presence that reflects my principles and to engage with others in a way that fosters a positive and enriching online environment. My role in fostering economic inclusion, building bridges over market divides. I acknowledge the disparities that the market sometimes perpetuates and recognize my role in fostering economic inclusion. It is not enough for me to thrive alone. I am driven by the vision of building bridges over the market divides. I lend my voice to advocate for those less heard, support businesses that empower disadvantaged communities, and promote economic initiatives that offer a ladder of opportunity to those seeking to climb. My partnership with the invisible hand. Co-creating a future of shared success. In partnership with the invisible hand, I strive to co-create a future where success is not a zero-sum game but a shared endeavor. I understand that the health of the economy is interwoven with the well-being of society and the environment. My actions, investments, and career choices are made with an eye towards contributing to a world where prosperity can be sustainable, inclusive, and equitable. Each day offers a new page in the story of my life, a narrative intertwined with the complex web of the global economy. As I pen my tale, I do so with the knowledge that my individual saga is part of a much larger story, one of human endeavor and market forces, of personal dreams and collective responsibilities. It is a story that continues to unfold, and I am committed to playing my part with intention, aiming to leave a legacy that speaks not only of personal achievement, but also of contribution to the greater good. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound lessons from the legend.